Here it is. Winter is already upon us. This is crazy. I mean, like I said in the previous video, it's never ever snowed this early on in the year. It's pretty. It's super pretty. Let's go check on our water. Chickens don't like this snow. What y'all doing, girls? Don't like the snow, huh? I need an egg though. Can I steal an egg? Ah, there's one. What about two? Yeah, here we go. Two. Thank you, ladies. See how our water is doing. Huh? I had someone email me last video when I asked for you guys to give me some suggestions on what to do about keeping the chicken water from freezing, and this lady had a really good idea. She basically said, hey, why don't you check out some bird supply stores and see if they have any battery powered chicken waters, because I didn't want to stretch an extension cord all the way up the hill up here. Well, then it got me really thinking, okay, well, I know they sell 12 volt DC heat tape out there. I know they do. So what if I got some 12 volt heat tape and I got another solar panel, put it out there with a little battery and hook the heat tape up to it? Then it would be totally independent or wireless. So stay tuned for a video on that soon. The button's frozen. I can't turn it off, so I have to sacrifice my hand here. Ow. Ladies, everything's frozen. Okay, yeah, that situation's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Alright, ladies. See how y'all like the snow. Come on out. I got something in the mail today. This is my maintenance package for the skid steer. So air filter, it's got 2 air filters, inner and an outer, and then all of the fuel, oil, and water separator filters. Pop this wing nut off on the front. These are the old filters. They actually don't look, too bad, especially from the interior. They don't look bad. I mean, they got some dust around the edge here and around the sides, but they don't look too bad. The interior one, this one right here, didn't feel nearly as heavy duty as the one I put in there. This one just feels super light. That's done. Next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and take a look inside this crankcase and see what's going on there. I'm not saying I'm a perfect example of this, but this is the reason you always inspect your machinery when you get it, whether it be a lawnmower, a golf cart, or a skid steer. Some of you might be like, why is he going through all this trouble to do all this work on the thing? One of the reasons I do it is because I want to know the machine. I want to know how it works. I want to know the maintenance that's required on it, and I just want to know if I get into any situations that I can fix it myself. That's one of the reasons I got this machine, because it was well known as easy to work on. The parts are readily available. That's why I'm doing all this, spending all this time and effort on this thing, because in the future it's going to be a real asset to what we're doing here and the infrastructure that we're trying to lay here. So let me show you, getting back to my point, let me show you why you inspect everything in your machine. So this is a compartment, a chain drive compartment that looks halfway decent. I'll focus. You can kind of see the oil down there. It's kind of milky. This is the other chain drive compartment. And that is just a disaster waiting to happen. That means there's water in there. Who knows what else is in there. The good news is I found it before I started really using the machine. The bad news is I don't know how long it's been like that, and I don't know who's been using the machine. Hopefully there's nothing destroyed inside the chain drive compartment. So, got some work ahead of me. Ready, Judge? Yeah, he's gonna go with him. Whoa, what are you doing? All right, me, Mr. Bean, and Miss Bell are going to move the chickens. Now, we learned from our mistake last time we did this. We ended up letting them out of their little run, which is a bad idea because then they went all over the place. So this time we're not going to do that. We're going to keep them in their run. We're going to move the fencing up, and then later we'll come back and move the coop again. We're not going to move the coop today because I just moved it the other day. So let's go ahead and get this done. All right, ready? Sorry. Can you hold this? Don't drop it, okay? So before we clean the chain box and empty it out and put new oil in, we're gonna tighten the chains up first. So let's go ahead and do that. If you're watching this video and you're wondering how to tighten a chain on a Case 1845C, here you go. I'll show you. First thing we do, jack it up in the air. Next thing we do, take off your nuts. Once you have your nuts off, kick your tire off. Just a warning, these things are extremely heavy. The first thing we're gonna do after we have our tire off is you have to loosen each one of these nuts. We'll get a breaker bar and we will break those loose. There we go. Now that they're loose, get rid of that breaker bar and we will just do the rest. Short handle, get them. Oh, again, we're not taking them off, we're just getting them loose. Now we can start working at this adjuster right here. Perfect. All right, that one's done. Make sure everything's real tight. Now, tighten these back up, put the wheel back on, and you're done. So all we have left to do is this one over here, and we are done tightening the chain. We'll go ahead and clean the chain boxes out, and then we'll put the oil in. That is just so milky. So I'm gonna have to stop this real quick here in a second, but I wanted to show you. It's filling up fast. It's even jacked up in the back, so this is gonna be a long process. I finished the skid steer all up. I'll give you a quick rundown of exactly what I did to it to get it finished and ready to go. I fixed the tires. The tires had a leak. One of the tires had, actually two of the tires had a leak in the valve stem. Tightened one of them, changed the Schrader valve and inside of the valve stem on the other one. So I got the tires done. Obviously you saw the chain boxes. I got all the chain box oil changed out. Got the covers back on. Oh, the noise. The noise I figured out was actually the parking brake. So there's a cable underneath the seat down here. I think I showed you in one of the previous videos. but that cable can get stretched out, and when it does, it doesn't have enough tension to pull the parking brakes in. And so I rigged up my own little deal here. I hooked in the bottom, I hooked to the end of the parking brake lever on each side, and then I put these bungees and attach them to the sides here. That's how I'm taking care of the issue for now, so that I can run the machine and get some of this dirt moved. Eventually down the road, I'll fix that parking brake. It's just not a huge deal right now. Whenever I need to lower it, I just take the bungees down so that you can still engage the parking brake. I started to move some of the dirt, and I'm gonna do some more today. I'll show you what I did. I got probably a quarter of the pile moved, and I mean, it was a short period of time. And what I'm doing is I'm filling in low spots. So around here, up there, and then up where the chickens used to be, I'm filling in some low spots. I started to chunk away at the edge of the pond a little bit, which I need to do. I need to lower all of this land. I need to lower all of this hill down, like, you know, so it's level. But so that's what I'm doing with the dirt right now, because it's just an easy solution. I know that you know, these spots need to be taken care of anyway, and I have dirt to do it, so that's how I'm doing it. Let me show you how I'm getting into the dirt, because I actually couldn't get into the dirt without any teeth on the end, so I made my own teeth. So here's what I did the other day. I just got a 1/4 inch steel, and I welded it to the front of the bucket. Here. One broke off here already, and there, that one's a little bent up already. But for $15 and a solution to go ahead and start moving this dirt, I didn't want to order teeth right now, because I don't know what I'm going to do with this bucket in the long run. I can easily grind those teeth off and, you know, just break them right off and like it was never there. So I went ahead and did that just so I could start to get in the dirt. But I will take the drone up, and I'll start moving some of this dirt around. Okay, so this thing's working out great. I am super happy with it so far. It's not, I've operated a Bobcat before. Bobcat is in the brand Bobcat skid steer. And that thing was just bumpy and jumpy. I don't know if there was something wrong with it, but I had to take Dramamine, which is a medicine that helps you with motion sickness, when I was operating it. This one is smooth. It's not bumpy like that one is. So it's working out awesome. So I'm a little bit, I don't know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm moving dirt, obviously, but I don't know exactly how I want the lay of the land to go. It's just very confusing to think about. So the important things are, I need some sort of runoff area over here. So like the bank of the creek over here, right here. What happens, like I said in the previous videos, the water comes down here, it congregates right here. So I need a way for all of that water to keep coming and to go into the pond, right? But I can't have this side of the pond very low, because then my water, once the pond is full, is going to spill out this side, and I want my spillway to be on the far side over there. So as you can see here, well, I don't know if you can really see in the video, but it goes up a big hill right here. So I need to get rid of this whole hill. Obviously that hill is part of this dirt mound from me moving the dirt from the pond over here. So I need to figure out a way to either let the rain run off, just go straight to the creek, and let my pond fill up just purely by rainwater, or I need to figure out a way to route all of that water coming down that hill over to here. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So that's the whole point. So right now all I'm doing is just moving the dirt away from the pond so that I can start to manicure some of this area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a laser level, put it on the bank of the spillway over here, and see where my high spots and my low spots are around the banks of the creek. And then I'll know what areas to cut out and what areas to make higher. So I'm going to keep on moving some dirt here before the sun goes down. Remember guys, if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, leave comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe.